Well, hello and welcome to. EJ is here actually. Hang on. Let's just sort this out. But welcome to GFRL. Round 4. Apologies for not being here during round 3. I was just taking a bit of time off. But I am back to it. We are going to be joined by EJ later in the race, I think. However, for now, it's just going to be me starting off. Anyway, apologise for the bit of an interrupted start. Welcome to GFRL. It's round 4, of course. I have already said that. But definitely a welcome back. It was unfortunate that I wasn't able to attend last week's race. I don't actually know how it went. But we're going to have a quick look at the standings and see how things have progressed. So Bram continues to lead the Drivers' Championship with 61 points after round 3. Zouye with 55 and Gabri with 27. It's looking definitely like Bram and Zouye are running away with this. Luca with 24 points, our former world champion, and Oliver, who didn't attend the race, I'm afraid to say, leaving his 100% attendance record now in the mud. Not much of a move around other than Ruby and Leon and Beast and Bars, to be fair, all showing that they're the drivers of the lower midfield for this season. But Lucas looks to be making a debut here in GFRL for the AlphaTauri team, and we welcome Lucas to the grid as he does ceremonial first lap. Round the track as he's just catching a bit of grass there. But I think BCR Pinky also we are welcome to the grid, and CPI Milcolernal, I don't know, CPL. Let's go with that. Yeah, BCR and CPL, Pinky, and do you know what, let's call him Mickey. If you do would like to call you by something else, just let me know. But looks like we've got 3 drivers making a bit of a debut here today, which is very interesting. Let's get the track map up, and it looks like Lucas is going to be our first driver to start a qualifying lap in this session. Let's see what Lucas has got in that ability of his, because these chances, they do come around quite a lot in GFRL, where we will see a new rookie as a reserve driver. However, it's not often that they come to the big leagues, and I say big leagues lightly. Anyway, Lucas starts his lap as he goes through turn 1 here at Spa, looking fairly solid through there. Now down to Eau Rouge, flat out up onto the Camel Straight. Looks a little rough going up there, not as quick as I've seen it previously. 340 kilometers an hour. Looking quite a bit higher there, but had a decent run there. Now Lucas going into the second sector, with a lot of beans, might I add. Jesus, he's throwing this car through the corners. Let's see how he takes Puhan. This is a make or break corner. Is he going to take this flat? There was a little break and a lift there. And now, very, very difficult chicane to get right sometimes. Now, only the final stretch before the bus stop chicane, and he will have completed his lap, and that'll be our time to beat. And at our 1:41.4 is our time to beat, and we've got an Alpine. It's a Williams. No, it is an Alpine. Mickey is going to be our next driver to cross the line, the second rookie, and they go quickest. It's a 1:40.9, and that is provisional pole by 2/10 Ruby, setting a 1:42.9, and Bars going a 1:41.7. Zouye and Eweg also putting it 4th and 5th now, but Bram puts his Ferrari in 3rd. So these two drivers may create a bit of a stir in the pack today, showing that they may be a bit of a challenge for our leaders. Anyway, Blackberry is going to cross the line to put his Mercedes P4, and Beast is going to put it P10, so he's definitely had a mistake on that lap there. Pinky has not set a lap, the only rookie not to here. Leon also invalidating, and I'm guessing Darky, Numi and Josephili have also made mistakes on those laps. Curious to see if anyone is actually giving it another shot. Maybe Bas is giving it another shot. Looks like he's got his ERS switched off. Don't think he is. But Lucas has misjudged his fuel a bit, and maybe getting in the way of Mickey there, but he's not on a lap right now, so not much to worry about. Mickey into the pits, and I'm guessing Lucas now too. You got Bram coming through as well, and Blanchemont. Okay. Most of the drivers back in the pit lane now, except for Leon, who's on an outlap. So, yeah, sorry, apologies for the random silence sometimes. I'm just reading a few notes off my phone I've got for the race. But yesterday we had a TGF Academy Cup where Bram and Zouye were apparently racing, and they've definitely entered some sort of a rivalry, especially with them both being 1-2 in the championship now. There is definitely looking like something has started to stir, but it looks like Leon's having a very fast getaway to his lap right now, and we're going to see what the Dutch driver's going to do in that Red Bull, and we're going to see if it's going to be anything like our current Dutch driver in the real Formula 1 in his Red Bull. Anyway, NL Goat Barn starts his lap, just going through the source now, through Radion into Eau Rouge, and then Radion, and then onto the Kemmel Straight. Leon goes, he's going to get a massive slipstream here from his teammate. This looks like it's definitely been planned there. A very good job from Eweg. Now into Les Cons he goes, looking fairly solid through there, and now about to go into this fast right-hander and then into turns 11. Now Leon's going to show how he takes Pouhon. All very quick through there. He's not leaving much of a quarter. Little wide now through Stavelot there, and we're just seeing how he does the rest of the lap. But that chicane did not look like the best that I've seen this weekend, but it certainly wasn't the worst. Ferrari going off track, Leon trying to get as much of a slipstream out of it as he can, but now into the bus stop chicane. He goes hard on the brakes, little wide into the chicane, but that's not necessarily always a bad thing. DRS, foot down, let's see where he sticks that Red Bull, and it's P9 just next to his teammate, and a 10th down. For a lap, which I'd say maybe had one slight mistake on it. That's a fairly good shot from Leon, especially as he's fighting with a fair amount of good drivers on the grid today. We've got a Pinky who set a lap in their Aston Martin of a 1:42.7. Good lap from Pinky. Anyway, this is our grid for now. We've got Numi on a lap. Let's get on board with Numi in the Alfa Romeo. The number 7 Alfa Romeo, Kimi Raikkonen, has returned. However, he has invalidated his lap, so it is all for nothing. Pinky out of fuel. Leon looking like he's moving fairly slowly. Gabri definitely looking like he's on a lap here in his beautiful Haas, the multiple podium finisher, is driving his big black machine to victory, should I say. Now he's on a fairly good lap. See the Ferrari going off, getting out of the way. Foot down through Blanchimont, now into the bus stop chicane he goes, locking up a bit. Bit of desync going on as well. But let's see how Gabri gets it done. He crosses the line and he improves by 1 position. He gets out of the way for the Ferrari of Bram. I think that was Ruby actually, who's on a lap just behind Bram, but Bram looking like he's pushing a bit there. However, he hasn't got a terrible amount of DRS. But I'll tell you who is on a lap. If it's not Bram, we've actually had Mickey retire from the session. I guess they're assuming that pole is confirmed for them with only 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go. But I would not count out Bram or Luca, or even Zwie for now, as they've all shown previously that they are capable of fighting at the front of the grid. But here we are on board with Ruby now, going through Pouhon, well, just on the exit of Pouhon now, going into campus, now Stavelot, now into the 3rd sector. It looks like I just hit the brakes way too much there. this doesn't look like a particularly strong lap from the Spanish-Dutch driver. It's unfortunate for him because he needed an improvement on this lap to try and catch up with his teammate. Oh, bit of a snap there. And it's only just a what you call it? Only just not improving, and I think I would have sacrificed that lap possibly and pit there because I just don't think he's got enough time to get in and get back out again. Joseph File's just set a lap there, I think. Yes, putting himself P5, very good result from the Italian driver, but his teammate is entering the pit lane now. Unfortunate for the rookie, Ruby. Alright, Beast disqualified from the session for going the wrong way around the track. Now, I've seen Beast disqualify himself many different times, so he can start from the back of the grid. However, that is quite a new way of doing things. I have not seen that before. Yeah, that is certainly interesting as Numi starts a lap, currently going through La Source. On the intermediate tyre, Alfa Romeo really cooking right now, showing what they're made of. Ruby has been given a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Joseph File, and without a doubt that means we're going to have a restart because unfortunately I don't know. Unfortunately, it does not look like people exactly know how to not necessarily take responsibility of their actions, because I do know this game can be a pain, but almost just dealing with it and getting on with it. Here we are, Numi on the intermediate tyre, going through Pujon. There's not much else to commentate on right now, which is why we are talking about Numi's wonderful lap here, but there is a Williams. It's about to currently cross the line. Darky is going to have a fresh set of softs by the looks of things, and Ruby has retired from the session. But Darky on a lap right now. This will be our last few laps that we see in qualifying today. The number 69 Williams rocketing down the Camel Straight now. DRS wide open, foot to the floor. Not exactly on the racing lines of all sorts now, but into Les Combes he goes. Swie has retired from the session. Bram is on a lap and Luca is on an out lap. I don't think he's going to get to the checkered line in time. No, he will. He'll be fine. But yes, this will be our last series of laps. I'll make sure to hop on board with Bram once Darky's finished his lap, but now going into Stavelot and looking fairly solid through the high-speed chicane. Numi now disqualified for going the wrong way around the track. Darky has gone fastest in the middle sector, which definitely shows that Williams have decided to cook here, even though they've only unfortunately got one driver. Anyway, Darky slam on the brakes into the bus stop chicane. No locking whatsoever. I've seen a bit of locking through the weekend, but none from Darky, and it's only P10. Right, let's quickly get on board with Bram, who has invalidated their lap. That's incredibly unfortunate. And now I'd say it's Luca is the only driver out there that can beat Mickey at pole position right now. We've got the Red Bull. I think that was Leon going off. Was it? No. Yes, it was Leon who'd just gone off there. Lucas now goes through the final straight here, through Blanchimont. He goes now into the bus stop chicane, heavy on the brakes, taking a very wide entry into it, and a bit of a rear lock there, which is unfortunate because, yep, he's slowed down, and this is going to mean pole position for the rookie by the looks of things, unless Bas shows that he means business and improves. It's not looking like it, but Gabri, I think, is the only driver out there right now who can do something, and it's P6 for the Haas driver. Very good result from our multiple podium finisher. That should be it for qualifying today, and this is your grid. Anyway, that wasn't the best qualifying session, I'll have to say, that I've seen here. It's been a fairly decent one. However, I wouldn't say it was a massive battle for pole position. Did end up having a mistake from the two drivers who were only capable of taking that pole position in the end, but it just wasn't to be, and now we're going to have to wait for the race to see if our rookie Mickey can turn it into a first win for the rookie on debut. Won't be the first time it's happened, however it's certainly going to be a surprise. Anyway, here is our grid for today. Mickey P1, Lucas P2, Bram P3, Zouye P4, Joseph File P5, Gabri P6, Blackberry P7, Bas P8, P9 for Eweg, Darky in P10, P11 for Leon, Pinky in P12 on a decent debut, and both Alfa Romeos, Beast and Yumi, round out the grid in P14 and 15. I am without a doubt sure that there's going to be a restart here. And it's looking quite grey out there, which is a shame. So there will be a restart. At least I know now, so I'm not going to get all excited about it. So what would be nice is just to see an organised retirement, but that's never going to be the case with this lobby. And do you know what? Credit to him, Leon leads the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's a safety car. Shows File giving... Leon taking a hard hit from the behind there. Oh, goodness me, side by side up through Rouge. That's going to get you to retire. And that's Leon. Let's have a look at the types of penalties people have got here. Mainly drive-throughs. Leon now given a penalty for corner cutting. And, down the inside he goes of the Aston Martin. What a move, must I say, from the Red Bull driver. Almost reminiscent of some of Max Verstappen's overtakes. And now it's just Pinky and Darky as our only drivers here. So he's been let through the wreckage of cars. Wonder what these two are doing. And that's Pinky definitely out of the session. Well, at least that wasn't a proper start. Well, debut race for Pinky, and I must say I'm mightily impressed that he's got his first win. Unfortunate Mickey could not convert it into a first win from a first pole, but that'll be it. And congrats on Leon on his first podium. That's mightily impressive. Really hard for the Dutch driver there. Well, at least we know that the race is going to be dry. I guess we could talk about a pole position from Mickey, whilst we wait for either EJ to join or this session to start back up, so we can endure 22 laps of relentless pain. Mickey had a pretty decent lap, to be honest, from what I saw, and it's quite an accomplishment to come here on your first weekend and score a pole position, especially with the level of skill that this league has got to at the moment. I mean, I don't think it's where the highest it's ever been, but I'd say it's the most consistent it's ever been. I wouldn't now say that the top two drivers now separate the entire grid by about 7 seconds every 10 laps or something like that. But yeah, it's better. Also, apparently Ruby is now Saudi Arabian. So the Dutch, Saudi Arabian, Spanish driver, and Leon is from the Czech Republic. So the Dutch Czech driver. That's interesting. But yeah, welcome to a new nationality, I guess. I've got mail, apparently. What mail have I got? Great, F1 World upgrade items. Tell you what, F1 World upgrade items, some of the most useful things I've ever had. I do not know what I'd do without these things. Well, by the looks of things, don't know if EJ will be joining us. He did say he would be joining us, but he has spent the last 30 minutes eating his dinner, which he said he was eating at the time. So, I don't think EJ will be joining us. And let's get ready for... a Belgian Grand Prix. Just waiting on the bus. And the Grand Prix just fast now. Oh, I'm tired. Big yawn. Anyway, it's lights out and away nobody goes. There is about a 5-second stream delay, so everything I say happened 5 seconds ago. Anyway, lovely and sunny, even though it was grey before, so that's this is definitely accurate weather to what was previously on the last race, but let's get into it as all the drivers ready up and sort their strategies out. We'll get onto the main grid and we'll have our 5 red lights. Hopefully there'll be some racing action, because I haven't actually seen any racing action in a while. But here we are, we're having 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and they're out. It looks like a good start from most drivers, to be fair. However, we've got a few drivers making up positions. Ruby, Blackberry Hall, we've got Josephila, who's been spun around there, Bas as well making up positions at the start. We've got Luca going up through Eau Rouge now on to the Camel Straight. He goes lots. We're almost 3 wide here at Eau Rouge. But there goes Mickey into Les Combes, and it was very close there, but Mickey looks after their lead. Gabri leaves the session after in P7. That's surprising. I feel like this is the only lap bomb that has not been followed by a safety car, but Leon has made up positions at the start. Zwie's just lost a position, and I don't think we've lost a position. I just think that he's handed it over to Bas. It looks like a collision there between Numi and Pinky. Unfortunately, Numi has lost his front wing and will have to pit this lap. However, Beast has made up a few positions there, and we've got a safety car. So whole grid will be given a few laps just to calm down a bit after that restart. this will work in Gabri's favour a bit, because if he is able to join back, he won't have lost out as much as he would have done if a safety car had have been hit. But AI can be prone to do unpredictable things, and Joseph File having a moment of anger and a bit of an outburst there, showing why you shouldn't just need to keep your cool sometimes. But Numi retiring from the session, unfortunately, Joseph File kind of getting what he deserves. You could say, especially after trying to cause an incident like that, cutting that corner and just getting through, almost taking people out. Gabri returns, going wheel to wheel with Beast. However, Beast letting him by, as Gabri will start in P10 as the Haas driver returns. We're going to see him return any minute now, and Gabri, welcome back. Are you going to take control of your car before you are overtaken by the bottom half of the grid? Because it looks like Beast is doing you a few favours here. Goodness me. And here we are. Welcome back, Gabri. Only P10. Only 3 positions lost. Obviously, it could have been much worse. But safety car should be going in this lap. We've got an Alpine, AlphaTauri and Ferrari. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 5 all different teams, which is always lovely to see. But now we're going to see who is the best driver. Will it be Mickey? Or the best driver here? Will it be Mickey? Will it be Lucas? Will it be Bram? Or could it even be Blackberry? Or Bars? Because we have seen them in the top before. However, normally something does have to go wrong to get there. Yeah, I think we're going to do another lap. I honestly thought the safety car was going to go in that lap. But yes, it will be another lap. Most likely in on this lap. Got Beast into the pitch. Most likely from some form of front wing damage. No front wing damage. New set of softs by the looks. No, one set of softs. Interesting. That's very interesting. I guess just trying to get the advantage of soft tyres that can last a little bit longer than anyone else's. Oh no. Just a new set of softs, everyone else on the medium tyre. Except for Darky and Zwie on the hard tyre. Blackberry, Bram, Luca and Mickey all on the hard tyre too. In fact, let's have a look at the race directory right now. Yep, Beast starting on the soft tyre, but Mickey, Lucas, Bram, Blackberry, Zwie and Darky all on the hard tyre. Everyone else medium, and Beast has gone soft. So let's see how this develops. If the medium runners will eventually catch up to the hard runners, and if that crossover will prove to be effective. Anyway, safety car should be in this lap. Yep, safety car in this lap. Bernd Mailander will bring his Aston Martin V8 Vantage in, and Mickey will now be the new safety car. Lucas studying the rear wing of that Alpine, trying to get the best possible start that he can. Bram possible looking for a bit of maybe a shake and bake, if you get that reference. Good to you. But let's see how Mickey restarts this, because it can determine a race, a safety car restart. We're going to see if this means that Mickey, and he looks like he has gone already. It was quite early, that, and this will mean a lot for the grid, an early safety car restart. But Lucas doesn't look like he's been fooled by that restart whatsoever, as the AlphaTauri driver is hot on the heels of the Alpine. He's dropped out back a bit there, both of them using ERS. Now both up through Eau Rouge. Mickey pulling to the left slightly. Lucas is going to use a bit of ERS. We've got Gabri. Oh, Ruby has gone all the way down the grid there. We've got Pinky making up a position on Eweg there. Getting into P10. Very good from the driver on debut, but it looks like Beast just got straight past him when they went into that chicane. Maybe he lost it a bit there. Currently got Darky now behind Zwie. Doesn't necessarily look like Darky's doing an excellent job of catching him. However, he does look like he's doing actually a decent job of it, as he's catching that McLaren bit by bit through these corners, as Zwie just slowly starts to drop back from the drivers in front. However, that's the second time I think I've just seen Darky run off those white lines, so maybe track limits could be a bit of a pain here. Bram looks like he's getting closer to Lucas. We might jump on board with that in a second. It looks like Darky and Zwie are definitely in a battle of the wits here, as Darky just trying to get ahead. Bas has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix right now, and he's going to go down the inside of Blackberry. Well, he's going to try at least, but nothing's going to unfortunately come of it, as his McLaren teammate behind has slowly pulled away from Darky. However, these top three are much closer together as they were before, and Lucas is going to use his ERS to try and propel himself down the Kemmel Straight as he goes wheel to wheel with Mickey, and he takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix on lap 5. Now going into Les Combes. Well done from Lucas, as now it's his job to just defend that position from Mickey, but he's got a long way ahead of him for an opportunity to win this race. But it looks like Bas is really giving it the full beans now, as he set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix last lap, and now he looks like he might be overtaking Blackberry's. If we go further down the grid, we've got a Darky again looking like he's gone wide. Gabri and Darky changing positions quite frequently. If we hop on back up the grid, Mickey looks to have a bit of a run here. Gabri and Darky switching places again, but Mickey definitely looks like he's going to have a run. He's going to have the ERS to make a move. He's got a bit more than Lucas. Not a lot more, but he does have more. Darky falling down the pack now as he's overtaken by Beast, dropping himself down to P10. Mickey going to try and make an overtake just after Eau Rouge on that famous Kemmel Straight, because now up through Eau Rouge onto Radion he goes. Now ERS and DRS is going to propel himself past Lucas as they go wheel to wheel on the Kemmel Straight. He's getting past that AlphaTauri and now into the lead And we've now got another change of the lead on lap 6. Darky and Leon are battling a fair amount there. Leon goes a bit wide, however, the driver in front of him shown to be struggling a tiny bit. Leon taking a bit of a tighter line there. Looks like Darky had a fair smack with the wall there, and Pinky has just been given a 3-second time penalty for violating track limits. And Ruby may have had a bit of an incident. Has Ruby pit? That's my question. Ruby did not pit, he just did in fact have a spin. It's up on board to the drivers at the front. Mickey obviously still leading the race from Lucas, however Lucas is much closer to Mickey than Mickey was to Lucas the lap before, but unfortunately having a bit of wheel spin there has cost him that advantage that he just had. But he is quite close to the Alpine driver, and Bram also fairly close to the AlphaTauri driver, but he's been using quite a large amount of DRS to stay caught up with these two. However, Blackberry hasn't. We've got Lucas taking the lead back from Mickey on lap 7 into Lacombe. The AlphaTauri goes sliding through the chicane. Gabri made up a position on Beast there. Mickey looking for a bit of an overtake, but it's not possible. But now it looks like there might be one. They're going wheel to wheel. Mickey trying to go through round the outside, but it's not possible. Is he going to try and go up the inside through Pujon? It's not possible. Looks like a McLaren has spun, and that's Bas. Bas has lost his front wing. And it looks like he might have a puncture with that revving there. Bas is going to try and make it back to the pit lane, but I'm curious to what had indeed caused that incident there. Lots of drivers into the pit lane now. Lucas had a fairly good pit. Darky has not pitted. The only driver not to pit. This... Right. Okay, anyway, P1, Lucas, really, our provisional leader, because Darky will definitely have to pit within the next few laps. And looks like not much has changed, pretty much the entire grid coming into the pits there. Got Eweg on the soft tyre now, and Ruby hasn't pit either and has been able to come up into P10. However, still does have to pit as well, and it's looking like a provisional last place. So we've got a definite fight here for the lead of the race between Bram, Mickey and Lucas. Darky may have a shot at leading this. I mean, he is leading this race, but he's just going to have to pit. I don't know why he stayed out. Any advantage that he would have had has been lost, and now the only possible result for him after his pit stop, not saying his finishing result, and the only position he will go to now is last. Is the last position. So I don't see any possible way that he could benefit from staying out, unless there is a massive crash and he ends up lightning McQueening his way to victory. I quite literally do not see any possible benefit from this chaos. We've got Ruby and Eweg pitting. EJ joins us on lap 9. Welcome, EJ, to the Belgian Grand Prix. And this utter...
Hello there.
Welcome, EJ. I wouldn't call this utter misery, but it's...
Is it close to?
I wouldn't call it pure excitement. The wheel-to-wheel action we had was immediately followed by a safety car.
Oh my god.
But, yeah, Lucas and Mickey have been fighting for the lead, but it's been overtakes on the Camel Straight with DRS.
No proper...
I mean... Mickey looked like he was about to be making a move through down the inside of Pujon, but at that exact moment he pulled out to go down the inside. Bas was going slowly down a patch of grass with no front wing, and then a safety car was called out. So, you know, it's
the last lap of the safety car.
It should be. It's been going on for what feels like an eternity. But I'm pretty sure we've already had 2 or 3 in 9 laps.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is 3 in 9 laps. So I only think we're allowed 1 more, and then they won't actually send out the safety car again, no matter how big the crash.
Wow. I'm only in lap 9.
Yeah. Only lap 9, and we're allowed 1 more safety car. Wonderful. Darky, don't know why he stayed out. Only driver to stay out. Has nothing to benefit from it whatsoever. Only way that he can go now is down, unless everyone crashes and there's another safety car and he's able to pit. Or he gaps the field by 20 seconds on old hard tyres, which looks like is not going to happen, bearing in mind he's about to be overtaken on his restart. And that's quite literally it. Darky now falling down the pack as he gets in the way of the top 3, but he is going to provide a bit of a slipstream for Bram, as now Bram is going to not try and go 3 wide, but he had the opportunity for it. Mickey,
what a move!
Mickey getting past Lucas there with a very skillful overtake, and now Darky getting a 3-second time penalty and continuing to drop down the grid. Blackberry having a good run so far.
Wow, does he has dropped in one lap from P1 to P8. He's appalling from him. Suppose he can't do much though, with 9 lap old tyres.
Well, this was my question. Why did he not just pit? The entire grid has fresh tyres, and he stayed out, and all that's happened is he's fallen down the pack. And now he's going to have to pit, and he's going to be even further behind. But Beast has made a position on Gabri. There. Looks...
Oh, is that Mercedes? Oh,
yeah,
imagine for me then.
it just looks like he went quite deep into the corner. Darky now pits after a chaotic restart for him. I can't say that I didn't tell him that he should have pit, because obviously he didn't hear my voice, but he should have pit.
Oh, it's a front wing damage as well.
Lucas is side by side with Mickey right now on the Camel Straight. It's not a DRS assisted overtake, but it looks like he's gone round the outside into Lake Om, which is quite impressive there.
Wow.
Getting a bit more of that racing action we were promised, as now we're 11 laps into the race, halfway done. Hopefully this second half may be slightly more interesting.
Interestingly, Darky on the softs.
21 seconds behind everyone with a 3-second time penalty. Don't know if he's expecting another safety car. But from a strategy point of view, that was not a good
questionable
one. Yeah. Oh, looks like he almost slid into the wall there. We've got Mickey on the rear of Lucas going through La Source. I need to get up the corner names because I'm honestly just saying these from memory. It's Blanchimont. La Source is obviously the turn 1.
Close enough.
But yeah, now through La Source, Mickey chases Lucas, is going to have a big run on him going up Eau Rouge onto the Camel Straight. However, that gap doesn't look particularly close, and the gap between Bram and Mickey looks closer than the gap between Mickey and Lucas. But I think they've got less DRS there, but Bram... Oh, contact! And Bram looks like he might be going for it. It's almost 3 wide there, going through Lake Com. Very close together. Blackberry... Swear, yeah, just getting that position on Blackberry, catching him a bit off guard there. Very good overtake from Swear.
I'm surprised when I crashed there.
Yeah, that was incredibly close together. Blackberry has been given a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Can't say I'm not surprised. There's been a few times where I've seen him run off the track. But now Bram is hot on the heels of Lucas, and he's going to have a long straight through Blanchimont now, with a fair amount of ERS to try and get that overtake. Bram,
I think it's a close race, this.
Yeah, it is fairly close. However, I think Zouye just tried to go down the side of Bram there. Maybe looking for a bit of an opportunity, but this is to note that Zouye and Bram fighting for the World Championship right now, P1 and 2. 2 drivers who've definitely shown that a rivalry has begun between them, and their rivalries slightly being outshone by these 2 rookies here, Lucas and Mickey, as Lucas with DRS is about to get past Mickey and take the lead of the race again on the Camel Straight.
Mickey did win last week in
Did
Spain.
he?
Yeah,
right.
Really dominant win.
Okay, is not a rookie then, because I mean I wasn't here in Spain, so I didn't see the race. But if Mickey's definitely not a rookie then, apologies for calling him a rookie this entire weekend. Definitely not a rookie pole then.
It's his first pole though, didn't get a pole last week.
Ah, right. So first pole in GFRL, but see if he can convert that into another win. So Bram,
I appears to be the same type of overtaking for the rest of this race now.
yeah, on the straights with a lot of ERS or DRS assist. Lots of drivers in the midfield getting 3-second time penalties, which slowly makes the penalty completely meaningless. Zwie is now going to have that DRS, as this is quite a important point in this championships story. If Zwie can get past Bram in this race, because this title fight definitely looking to be fairly close. Everyone's going to need all the points that they can get, but Bram, in a very lucky position right now, has sort of been boosted ahead by the DRS of the AlphaTauri and the Alpine. Just sort of going for it now, lurking in the shadows. Not that there are many going round Spa. So now that the race is sort of sinking in a bit, got Pinky losing a position to Eweg there. How was the Spanish Grand Prix? Because I wasn't there, unfortunately. How was it?
Well, I'll put it this way, I think I lost my voice.
Ah.
Chaos from like lap 1 to the end, it was just wow.
Oh wow.
Loads of overtaking, like 3 wides at some point. The Williams are doing really well until they both spun out. It's just mental race.
That's unfortunate. Blackberry's made up his position back on Zwie there, and defending Bram a bit, but Bram looks like he may extend his championship lead by a fair amount if he's able to get in front of these two, because, well, just to say the least, Bram has hung on incredibly well to these two incredibly fast drivers. As Lucas now getting past Mickey, as they're almost swapping places every single lap. I feel like Bram is just, again, lurking in the shadows, waiting for that perfect moment. Eweg and Leon doing a bit of a switcheroo, maybe looking for a bit of a better result for their team. Blackberry maybe going to try and chase after Bram now, as Blackberry is starting to look to have a bit of a turn of events in these last few laps of the race. He's driving quite quickly at the moment. Darky getting another 3-second time penalty and retiring from the race. I can't say I am surprised, unfortunately. After that strategy call, it really did ruin his race and put him in the bottom half of the grid indefinitely.
Agreed, it was just, from what I saw anyway, it was like, you would have pit under safety car. I think any sane man would have. So, I'm not sure what he's thinking there. Hopefully he can learn from this and come back next week and push.
So, the driver who's previously had his place at the front thrown into question, he got his first win last season, and he's had an unfortunate few races, but it looks like he's back as he chases down on Bram. He fell back a tiny bit there, however, he's now caught up with the Ferrari driver, and he's going to try and get on that podium. It's Ferrari versus Mercedes at Spa. It's Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Should I say Charles Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas? But he's looking good. Yeah, Mickey is looking to definitely start a gap now. Lucas slowly dropping back a bit. Maybe he's made a mistake. Very unfortunate for him. But Bram maybe looking to take advantage from that mistake if he can get that AlphaTauri. This may not Mercedes BlackBerry, it's very much as I've said that Bram was lurking in the shadows, waiting for a time to pounce on the top two, almost looking like BlackBerry has become that driver. Zouye unfortunately starting to drop back from this top four right now. Lucas getting past Mickey as we have another change of pace on the Camel Straight. Woo! Once again. I mean, it's allowing this race to be a lot closer than it probably would have been. Yeah. However,
it's a bit draining.
You know, these drivers have figured out that they have a very safe place to overtake, and that's the only place they're going to try and overtake. You've got no reason.
What we need right now is a bit of rain. A bit of rain to come through.
Now, unfortunately, because of the beautiful incompetence of some drivers and the game, not just the people in this league, we had to do a restart, so I know that this race is perfectly dry.
I saw it, wasn't it because Ruby got a 5th place?
Yeah, it wasn't really Ruby's fault, but the game just kind of handing out penalties as it does. Oh, Bram and BlackBerry having a bit of a scrap there. BlackBerry being shoved wide and onto the curb. Unfortunate for him, he's not going to be very happy with that, especially as he's had to use a lot of ERS for that overtake.
Bram was a bit of a menace, not Bram, BlackBerry. He's become a dark horse in this race.
Yeah, he has been. I haven't seen BlackBerry at this far up the grid in a while, and that's an unfortunate thing because he is a good driver. I mean, he's won in this league. Our pre-McLaren honey badger is what I like to call BlackBerry. I mean, he's not driving with the number 3 anymore, but he did used to. He has had to change since Ricciardo came back into the game.
That's weird, that, because Lucas is wearing number 3.
Is he?
Yeah, if you go into his onboard, you can see on his halo.
That may be a glitch. He is in an AlphaTauri.
That is fair enough, yeah.
And he may be in Ricciardo's AlphaTauri, because I know there have been glitches. For example, if you drive the Aston Martin, sometimes you can get the number 14 on your car. Don't think Pinky's got that problem, but I have had that problem before.
I remember seeing that tree.
Even if it isn't a glitch for Lucas, I am slightly surprised that BlackBerry maybe dropped that number 3. because he did race with it for the entire previous season. Now, Bram, Mickey and Lucas all top 3 once again, separated by under 1 second. Blackberry slowly just behind as well, but all of 4 of them will have DRS. VA dropped a bit far back now. Mickey takes the lead on the Camel Straight. Oh my word, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in all of these 19 laps. I'm shocked. Gabri, wish I'd actually seen that overtake, because it's I mean, it was DRS assisted, but Gabri getting ahead of Beast, showing Gabri's determination in that black hat of his, which sorry, I've I don't know why I've just been making stupid jokes about Blackberry's, not Blackberry's, Gabri's car. If anyone's car should be making big black jokes about, it's Blackberry's, but I don't know why I was making a joke about that. I made a joke in qualifying that maybe I shouldn't have said. But anyway, continuing on with the race on lap 19, about to be lap 20. We're about to have 2 more laps of most likely Camel Straight overtakes. You've got the 2 Red Bulls very close together at the back. I wonder if we'll see any fighting from them. Gabri and Beast close together. Blackberry and Bram, and obviously Mickey and Lucas. Doesn't look like there's going to be much.
Overtake on Camel Straight. Oh, actually, hold on.
Oh no.
He's backed out of it. Oh, I made a whole bloody thing then. Oh.
Goodness me. Lucas giving up. However, Beast not giving up on an opportunity to overtake on the Camel Straight, is now going into Lake On. He doesn't lead, grabs hold of P6. So we are kind of alone here in his fight. His fight to keep his car in between the lines by the looks of things, more so than anything else. Blackberry again. Ooh, Lucas with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Another one.
Millie Killer's got to keep an eye out as well. He's on his 2nd warning as well, so just has to keep it within the lines now, and he should be alright.
Bram is essentially P2 right now. Leon gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Eweg.
Oh, the Red Bulls.
They collide. Eweg. Both of them having to pit now, and they're both not going to score points.
Oh, it's a shame that they're both running P9 and P10. Just could have kept it there.
Very unfortunate. I wonder if they're just going to continue on, hoping that maybe there's some sort of mistake. Lucas again backing out of things, not going for that overtake on the Camel. Blackberry, another 3-second time penalty. He really needs to watch himself, because he does get demoted to P5 right now. He really needs to clear these 2 ahead, or needs some chaos in front of him to happen. He can't keep being held up. Bas gets another 3-second time penalty, making it a 6-second time penalty right now. And if Ruby can catch him by 5/10, he will grab P8. And that'll be quite an achievement. Lucas is definitely giving up on an overtake on Mickey
Waiting
now.
for that DRS. I mean, last lap now.
Yep.
All or nothing.
Those 3 seconds aren't going to make much of a difference if he can't get past the driver in front, because he needs to get past that Alpine if he wants any hope of securing any sort of a position, because he will drop down to P3. Is he going to go for it on the last lap? Yep. Camel straight overtake down into Lacombe now. Impressive.
Nicola has to be careful now.
That 3-second time penalty obviously not going to be great for him. However, Mickey just has to keep it between the white lines to win. Or, you know, not get overtaken by Bram, because that is a serious possibility. Mickey now maybe trying to do it on track, this overtake. Doesn't need to, but if he does...
Shaky around there, Luca.
Yeah. Keep it together for the last few corners, he will win the Belgian Grand Prix. That's of course if Bram doesn't go for this, what I'm feeling may be a dive bomb out of nowhere. Maybe not.
Miko takes the checker flag, wow.
Yeah. Bram gets P2. However, Lucas majorly in the way for Bram there, leaving what was actually looking like a lead of the race switch back there. I'm not gonna lie, if you were on board with Bram for that last lap, that final corner, it honestly looked like he would have had the traction to take the lead, because they exited that corner so slowly. But unfortunately, Lucas being right in front of him, causing him just not being able to get that position. However, this is your finishing grid for today. Mickey, Bram, Lucas, Zouye, Blackberry, Gabri, Beast, Bars, Ruby, Pinky, Leon, and Eweg, with the 2 bulls coming together in those last few laps. Very, very unfortunate. There'll definitely be some sort of a team discussion at the end of this race. Oh.
Close race.
Yeah.
Not many overtakes, but close.
It was fairly close. Anyway, that's a Dutch 1-2, Mickey and Bram. But Mickey wins another race, 2 in a row now. This is starting to get worrying.
For reserve as well.
Yeah, and this does mean that he doesn't go onto the championship standings. It is just a team points, but still, if he won the next race as a reserve, he would technically be leading the championship. And not to say anything, but I've got the feeling that Mickey is going to either need a seat at that Alpine team, and bearing in mind, I think, what are the seats at Alpine?
It is Pera and Felix.
Now, there's nothing against them. However, you being their principal,
yeah,
I'd maybe say sign this guy. Because he seems pretty good.
I have tried. He's declined.
All
He
right.
doesn't want to race. Yeah, I'm going to re-offer him an offer again.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that, because you'd be doing some... you'd be leading. Well, maybe I should get a team to lead. No, I already lead teams in a different league, but yeah, that was an interesting race. Definitely not thrilling, but it was a race, and I'm back now. Woo! I should be back for the rest of the season. I don't really have any more absences, hopefully, unless I die. But I don't know about post-race interviews because I have Bram added. That's about it. I think. If I can add Bram. I do not want to add Bram de Wissel. Whistle. Add Bram. See if we can add Mickey. Welcome, Bram.
Hello.
I'd like to interview the entire top 3, however...
Yeah, I will make sure to join. Wait.
Alright.
Did you invite them already?
I don't have them friended.
Okay, no, then I'm gonna do it.
Alright, thank you.
Me killer, and where is the other? He has his account offline again.
Right.
Right, there he is. So, I invited him.
Thank you. And, I normally do this in order, but I don't care. And, you're here, so I'm going to start with you. P2 today. I do feel like there was actually a bit more from you. I do feel like you were capable of that win, maybe. However, again, that time just didn't come, and that opportunity just didn't come for you, because you were sort of just... I wouldn't say an unfortunate race for you. The stars didn't align. I mean, at the end of the race, I was on board with you. I saw you try and go for that switchback at the end there.
Yeah.
And Lucas was just in front of you, and you couldn't you couldn't do anything. I do genuinely think if you'd been able to do something, you probably would have been able to take the lead of the race because of how slow they were on that corner exit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think it was unfortunate that you didn't win today, but you still lead the Drivers' Championship by a fair amount, and I don't see any sign of you falling back right now. And yeah, you're having a very strong start to the season. What's your take on the race?
Yeah, in cause of the championship, just extending the lead. I think Swiatek was not in a place to fight me.
Yeah.
It's not fast enough today. But no, I wasn't comfortable on this track. I had this same race yesterday and I had the same feeling. So I was pushing like 60% the whole race because of maybe I spun if I pushed more.
Yeah.
But I have this every time on this track, so
That's...
I was just watching the guys in front of me fight
Yeah.
the whole race, so that was fun. And I was lucky that Luca got the 3 seconds, so it will finish definitely P2.
Yeah, that was quite lucky at the end, and congratulations. You do obviously extend your gap from a lot more than 3 points now.
Yep.
But Zouye is definitely going to have to come back next weekend if he wants
What's
to.
next weekend?
Down under.
Yeah, Australia. Good eye,
Oh
mate.
fuck.
Get ready for
Oh wait,
some.
that's a line track.
Yeah.
Michele, you're not gonna win.
Oh.
No.
But yes, we'll move on to Mickey now.
Good afternoon, or good night, I should say.
Yeah, good evening. Well, it is
Evening.
it is good night, really. I wasn't here in Spain, so this entire race I was under the impression complete rookie, pole position, and trying to convert obviously rookie pole into rookie win. Obviously, you're not a rookie. You won in Spain. I was told it was quite a dominant win as well. So, obviously, welcome to the league. And
Thank you.
I wasn't able to welcome you last weekend. I hope everyone welcomed you as well as they could. You had a phenomenal race today, in all honesty. You and Lucas traded places about 30 different times, I could have sworn. I don't know how many times you swapped places. And I genuinely think either one of you could have won that race. It just so happened that you were the last one to pass. I reckon next lap he could have passed and then, and won the race. But obviously that penalty did cost him in the end. I am aware you had 2 warnings. You were very close to getting a penalty yourself, weren't you? Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you did have a good race. You did show that you were the best driver in the end, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's two in a row now, by the way. I'll just say, if you get one more, you technically lead the championship as a
Jesus,
reserve.
fuck.
But yeah, obviously, what was your take on the race?
I think it was very good. Pole with my first lap. I mean, I could have gone quicker, but I wanted to save a set of tires. But of course, then the restart happened, so that all went to shit.
Yeah.
Then first lap was good. I held the lead. Safety car came, had a good restart. But then, of course, I had to switch with Lucas because I already could see like getting out of the DRS wasn't really an option. So we just had to switch places to 1 and 2. So Bram didn't really have a chance to really go side by side with us or really challenge us. So kind of stayed in the top 2. Then of course, like last 2 laps, I was already thinking about taking a tactical maybe to let Lucas lead onto going into the last lap. But of course, then he got the 3 seconds. And I was already like, okay, I'm just going to stay ahead. I have to gap to Bram. If he gets past, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then I got P2 and get the win anyway because of the 3 seconds. But then I saw him flashing going into the last corner, and I was still like on 30%. So I was like, well, F it, why not? And
Yeah.
so I just went around the outside, knew he was going for the switchback already when we were in the right apex, so to say. So I just partied on the left apex. He couldn't get the undercut, and then of course just cruising to the end, the last couple of meters.
That's fair enough. A very strategic drive and a job well done. Congratulations on
Thank you.
another win.
Yeah, 2 for 2. I don't
yeah.
think the others will like it very much that I'm driving anymore, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, you're very reminiscent of Luca last season. I don't know if you've met Luca.
I know him.
Yeah.
I know Luca.
But yeah, last season definitely just didn't win the first few rounds, but the latter half of the season made it look like a title fight and ended up purely dominating. But yeah, it was very reminiscent of that. But obviously, congratulations. We'll move on to Lucas now. So, Lucas.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Obviously, a very similar race to Mickey in the end. Sorry, I just want to... Yeah, I was just making sure my microphone was working there, because there have been times where it's just switched off halfway through the race, and the stream stopped. But yeah, obviously, Lucas, a very similar race to Mickey in the end there, and unfortunate with that penalty, but obviously P3 still, which is a good result. Were you here last weekend in Spain?
In Spain,
No.
I didn't. No, I didn't drive.
Right. Okay. I just want
by
to
the
make
way,
sure.
can I correct you on one thing?
Yes.
You were saying me killer his name wrong.
Right. That's
And
fine.
Mateus did it also. It's me killer.
Yeah, I
Killer.
mean,
Killer.
I've stopped correcting people. I don't care anymore.
Right. Me killer. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. I get names wrong a lot because I come across a lot of them. Yeah. Right. Me killer. Right. That's good. But yeah, obviously you had a very similar race to me killer in the end. And yeah, it was just unfortunate with that penalty in the end. How did you feel about your race?
Yeah, it was a beautiful race. I think I like the track, and in this race I wanted to have fun and bring home the result, and I didn't want to take a risk, but unfortunately I got the penalty. Congrats to Mikeler, and yeah.
Sorry, me
You didn't
killer.
say it right.
Yeah, it was
It's that stupid English accent and mine. I butcher everything.
Yeah, it was a very good race and very good battles, and congrats to Mikeler, and yeah, I just wanted to have fun tonight.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Hopefully you did. Obviously have fun. That's obviously the main reason of this league is to have fun and not take it too
Exactly.
seriously. I know a lot of people do
Yeah.
take league racing way too seriously. It just isn't. But obviously, thank you for racing, everyone. And yeah, it is a pleasure to watch you race. Some races are obviously much more exciting. I mean, that's not to say that this race wasn't exciting, but yeah, it was the unfortunate amount of safety cars, I think, that may have slightly killed this race. It's not that it was killed. It was a fun race to watch, but
The whole strategy was killed because of the safety.
yeah, that was the thing. It was
It was
just like
just the train.
every time something interesting started to happen, the safety car happened at the wrong point, and then
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think also that every driver behind someone wants to wait until the straight and pass with the DRS. So that's why most of these races could be boring. And yeah, me too. I was bored about this race because every overtake was on the straight, and yeah.
yeah, I do completely understand what you're saying. Because once you realise it's the safest place to overtake, it's the only place you will overtake, because obviously you don't want to put too much of a risk, because you just can go from everything to nothing. As I think, obviously, it wasn't necessarily to do with a poor overtake, but maybe a strategy call, as Darky decided to stay out and then drop down to the back of the grid and then retired, because
I mean, I did it around the outside in the bus stop. I didn't do it all safe. Come on.
yeah, I know. To be fair, that was one of the best overtakes of the race.
Mateus, why did
Yeah.
you push him off? Then I would get away.
Uh,
Now he has it back to back. Yeah, no
yeah,
answer.
he did. Yeah, no, I mean, he did a great overtake because I was on the right side and not on the left. So he has in the outside, the inside of the turn. So yeah, but I mean, I don't care. I wanted just to have fun. So
Yeah.
congrats to Mickey again, and yeah.
Yeah,
The,
right.
the Ranger
Uh,
co-commentator.
No, it's fine. I think he's just had enough. And to be fair, there's no one watching anymore. So, I think we'll end it there. Again, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you guys in round 5, which is in Land Down Under. Goodbye.
Thank you for commentating.
Yeah, you're welcome.